Wearing winter sports goggles is above all a matter of safety. But with all of these models that look alike, how can we know which is the best fit? To help you better understand the differences between the models to better guide your customer, we have developed two training videos, one that will cover the lenses and the other that will cover the types of frames, ventilation, and fit. Let's start with the lenses. Did you know that snow reflects 85% of the UV rays emitted by the sun, even when the sky is overcast? It is therefore essential to protect the eyes with a suitable pair of goggles that, according to the light, have the appropriate protection index. The lens will require special attention, as it will be necessary to consider, among other things, the luminosity level, the shape, the tints, or consider whether you want a photochromic, polarized, or mirrored lens. Get an idea of the different technologies available to us, in addition to seeing the interchangeability of the lens. All winter sports goggles meet the EN 174 standard and filter 100% of UV rays that are harmful to the eyes. Although the nomenclature may vary from one brand to another, there exists 5 categories of lenses on the market. Category 0 for evening outings. Category 1 for storms and fog. Category 2 for cloudy weather. Category 3 for sunny conditions. And finally, Category 4 for extreme light at high altitude or on glaciers. However, the ultimate benchmark will be the rate of light passing through the lens, indicated as a percentage, known as the visual light transmission, VLT. A high VLT index greater than 80% indicates that the lens allows a lot of light to pass through, such as an evening lens, and conversely, a low index between 8 and 18% lets in less light, like a lens for a sunny day. Between these two categories, you can find one for stormy days or fog, between 43 and 80%, and another one for cloudy days that is between 18 and 43%. A final category is also available with a VLT index of less than 8% for outings with extreme light, such as high altitude or on glaciers. Although different shapes of lenses can be found on the market, the two common ones are the cylindrical and the spherical. The cylindrical lens has an exclusively horizontal curvature and allows for a larger view on the sides. The spherical lens, on the other hand, offers both horizontal and vertical curvature, just like the eye. This lens shape allows for a larger view both horizontally and vertically while reducing optical distortion. For a vast majority of Smith lenses, the elimination of distortion is done by gradually thinning the thickness of the lens. Several shades of lenses are available, although these have a direct impact on visual comfort, for example by accentuating or not the contrasts. Let's try to keep it simple. The darker the lens, the more it will protect against the light. If we take the categories of lenses and their VLT, when the weather is overcast, very snowy, or foggy, it will be necessary to choose a lighter lens in the base tones of orange, yellow, or pink to better distinguish the details while increasing the contrast. However, if the activity is mainly done in sunny weather with intense light, choose a darker lens in the base tones of brown or gray. Now let's look at photochromic, polarized, and mirrored lenses. A photochromic lens automatically adjusts to the light to which it is exposed to. It will become darker in contact with UV rays and will revert to a lighter shade when the light intensity is lower. This type of lens eliminates the need to change it during the day. A polarized lens, on the other hand, is a filter that works like a Venetian blind and blocks out the dazzling light coming from the snow. Since glare is usually horizontal light, the polarized lens blocks this light, allowing only vertical light to pass through. It is this vertical light that brings clarity and contrasts. You should be aware, however, that although a polarized lens can prevent glare, That same lens can prevent a patch of ice from being seen since its reflections will be reduced. A mirror lens, on the other hand, is a coating that reduces the light passing through it, which in turn reduces glare and increases visibility on very sunny days. A mirror lens provides better vision compared to a simply tinted lens. It reflects light instead of absorbing it. This way, the customer can benefit from better brightness and higher visual clarity. The base tint of the lens, however, will be different from what is visible on the mirror effect. Different technologies are also part of the equation, whether it's SPY's Happy Lens technology, Scott's Amplifier, Oakley's Prism, or Smith's ChromaPop. The goal of each technology is to improve the visibility of contours, bumps, and different snow textures. At Smith, ChromaPop technology is available in a variety of lenses. Let's go back to our tint barometer seen earlier and add the different lens categories. Smith tried to simplify things by classifying their ChromaPop lenses into 3 groups, while using the name of each group in their lenses. In the sun group, we have lenses which will be suitable for very sunny days. We will find 4 models of lenses in the S3 category with a VLT between 9 and 16%, therefore letting in very little sunlight. As for the sun and cloud group, Smith named this one Everyday to suit a wide range of conditions. We therefore find 4 lens models in the S2 category with a VLT between 23 and 36%, letting in just a little more light. Finally, in the group of storms or fog, Smith named this one Storm, and we will find 2 lens models in the S1 category with a VLT between 50 and 65%, therefore letting in as much light as possible in these more difficult conditions. Smith also offers 2 photochromic lenses, one covering categories S3 and S2, having a VLT of 20 to 40%, and the other covering categories S2 and S1, having a VLT of 30 to 50%. These 2 lenses therefore automatically adjust to the level of light to which they are exposed to. Changing a lens used to be hard work, but it's now a thing of the past. Different systems exist on the market, whether they are magnetic, clip-on, or other systems, to make it easier to change them while on the slopes. The magnetic principle is very simple, while strong magnets are used to hold the lens in place. At Smith, the mag locking system securely locks the lens in place with the N52 magnets, which automatically guides it into its anchored position, creating a watertight seal. When the lens is in the correct position, the bracket allows it to be secured using a double locking mechanism, which is patent pending. As we can see, the selection of a lens will be done taking into account various factors, namely the classification, the light transmission rate or VLT that will be required, the desired shape, the tint, or whether the lens will be photochromic, polarized, or mirror, know the different technologies to choose the one that best suits the needs, and the ease of lens interchangeability. However, all of these factors represent only a part of the goggle, while the frame, foam density, ventilation, and fit are just as important. This is why they are part of our second video, which you can watch right now by clicking on the YouTube icon.